in the night. So cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold. Hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold. DD bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Treading road, the pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Time to re-end all it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
What's up, friends? What's up, guys? Good morning. How you doing? Morning. What's up, P-Busted? Trevor, Ryan, Fordova, If Lies Dies, Obstinate, and Oscar, Jaden. No Luck, Pure Skill. Cyan, IE Trader, Julian. What's up, all you guys and girls? Good morning. Hold on, let me get ready going here. How are y'all doing today? Like today is just sit out and watch day. Haven't been having Good Friday until the past 2 Fridays. Oh. Anyone else notice the same? Last 2 Fridays have been kind of weird, right? Predict Matt will make 15K today. I hope you're right. Every time I think that I think I'm gonna make something, then I woke up this morning like I feel like today's gonna be one of those days where I wish I didn't touch the market and I just sat out. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Yep, yep, yep. Greetings from Europe. Good morning, Fraser. What's up? You're helpful, Mr. Smith. What's up, Eli? Deep, and the rest. It's so hard to read the names with all the ats and the numbers and Queen of Price. Good morning, fam. What's up? Liam, Ryan, David, Mad Moxie, Lucas, Itai. So Lee had sent me a message. We'll celebrate one of our members here. Hold up. Let's go to the good morning, welcome Friday. Starting out, well, I'll show Lee's message in a second, but like, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name's Matt. 1,000 viewers today will trigger our Straight to Funded giveaway with Tradeify. I'm gonna have some ETF accounts to give away. We do that every Friday as well. Straight to Funded as well. I got Straight to Funded giveaway Friday. Tons and tons and tons of stuff. Very cool. Yeah, I've been crushing it. Had a killer day yesterday, and had a mixed day the day before. Thinking hopefully today will be something happening. And the market's been kind of flat for the last 2 days, choppy but flat. Hopefully something good comes out of it. But let me tell you guys what Lee had sent me a. Let's see if I can get here. Oh, let's just go to old Tradeify Funded. He got the Funded Friday. I'm like 20k payouts away. I'm almost there. But one of our members, Lee, giving some shout out here on Tradeify's leaderboard. All right, here we go. Tradeify's leaderboard, Mr. Lee right there, making it up there, making splashes in his live account. Obviously, watching him grow. This was on, I guess, the 8th of 6th. I just saw this message in August 6th, though. He just saw the message. That's what he just told me. So this is from August the 6th, though. And he's like, I just saw it in their thing. So he wasn't even paying attention. But follow the leaderboard, yeah, and let us know, man, your progress. That's so funny. Very good. You guys remember Lee's journey? He was absolutely thrilled to go live. He had a killer month the month before. Wait, I didn't even see. Wait a minute. Lee, I didn't even see this. And here it is. I'm so bad with the Discord because I get so many messages sometimes get overlooked. Apparently, also Lee had ordered a custom desk mat. Hold on. He ordered a custom keyboard and mouse pad with cheat sheets on it. So he has a desk mat. It looks like this. Oh, you can't even see it. Hold on. Let me show you guys. How bad. I'm not showing my screen. Look at this. Solid, dude. That's really solid. Not gonna forget anything now. Love it. Guys, y'all ready to roll? It is Expiration Friday, Triple Witching Day. As always, we love days like this. Not really. Days like this can be confusing and weird. Okay, let me open up his P&L. So this is Lee. Sorry, I thought I was showing my screen. Here we go. Oops. Where'd it go? Here it is. Top 5 traders right here, right here, right here. Boom. And again, it was August 6th, but he was like, I just saw it. So he made the leaderboard one of those days. Very cool, dude. And very cool setup. If we ever change the liquidity map, we'll have to order a new one. $49.99 the Rocket Shop. That'd be funny. I do got to start making like some kind of merch, right? But here's the thing: a long time ago, when I was just Day Trader Paradise, before I made Bill Rockets gear for anything else, I used to have a merch shop. But the thing was that I didn't sell anything to make money. It was all at cost. So whatever the company charged me to make it, they had me. I tried to charge exactly that, so I wouldn't make any money on it. I didn't want to sell merch. Just like the $20 boot camp. It's just me. You guys know I've always been that way. And I was like, I'm not going to sell merch. That just makes me sound like an idiot. And so I was like, okay, they make the shirts for like $12 and I'm going to sell it at 12. And they were like, you have to sell it for at least $1 more than what you pay for it with us. And I was like, that's weird. I have to actually put a surcharge. So my surcharge was $1 extra for the merch back in the day. So it was nice. We had hoodies. We had coffee cups. We had a bunch of little things, hats, whatever. T-shirts, Squallet t-shirts, if you guys remember the old days. But if I had a merch shop nowadays, I would probably have to charge a little bit for it because we want to get professional merch, like corporate level stuff. Not just like, go online and go to like T-Fury or something and they make you like your arts and crafts store. level merch where it's just like a basic Hanes t-shirt sort of thing. I want some thick, sturdy cotton. I want something you'd actually wear or actually use, you know. One time I got Trend Spider merch from Dan sent to me. And it was like the coffee cup was like really nice, and there was like a cork bottom, and it was like, damn, this is an expensive coffee cup, you know. My Funded Future sends me a like, was it Lululemon? Oh, it's like one of those brands, maybe Lululemon. No, what's the fleece? I always forget. The really nice fleeces that everybody wears, the black zip up. It's like whatever. Not Yeti. What the hell is the name of that brand? Always forget. Not Under Armour. North Face. North Face. That's what it was. Nailed it. North Face. Yeah, My Funded Future sent me like North Face fleece and stuff with My Funded Futures on it. I'm like, okay. And a Yeti cup. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. So Rock Scooter merch is going to definitely not be throwaway stuff. So it might be a little more expensive than the old, like, you know, $11 coffee cups. I don't know how much they charge for that expensive stuff though. But not because I'm trying to have a merch shop to make money, but because you guys might just want to have it just for funsies, you know. What does DD stand for? It's the bull bear bias ratio. DD is just space saving, and it comes from the secret project name when we built it. Whenever we build a tool, we always have a project name for it where volunteers from the community get on and chew through the data and come up with information that we can share at the group. DD project was actually called Project Doomsday, and this is just a code name that we came up with that's unrelated to the indicator, and then it just stuck. We in the group circle, we were calling it Doomsday Bands, even though it's a risk interval band. It's just risk interval band. Bull bear bias ratio takes up a lot of space on the platform, so we just said DD for short. Dungeons and Dragons, Diddy, people. This somebody says dis dick, Nasdaq. DD definitely needs a label, yeah. So the funny part is, like, some of the stuff like MHP, HP, that we actually named it what they were. But bull bear bias indicator or bull bear bias ratio would be bull bear bias, and we already have something that uses those 3 letters, which was like, okay, what do we do? We just give it something. But it's a risk interval band off of the previous day's close. So DD band, and the ratio is bull bear bias. What are we trading today? I will be trading NASDAQ futures and S&P futures today. I had roughly like a 12 or 13K day. Whatever it was yesterday was really awesome. Pretty good. Hopefully I can repeat with the same awesomeness today. I had a dream about trading, which is weird. You're trading too much when you're dreaming about trading, maybe. And I was in there like getting ready for the morning, shaving. I haven't shaved in a couple days, right? So I was rocking my woodsman's beard. So now I'm like back to like normal face mat. And so basically I was in there shaving, and I was like, what if today's one of those days I just wish I didn't touch the market at all? Like, I wish I just didn't do anything. I have a feeling, and I had this iffy feeling, and then I got like these like tingles, and I was like, oh, what if today's just such a day? Like, that everybody just goes, I wish we didn't touch this day. And I go, is the universe trying to tell me something, or am I just being paranoid? And I come to the conclusion that I'm just losing my mind and being paranoid. So I'm going to trade like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to spook myself. You're going to sit on your hands until they tingle. I was like, okay. So we should maybe be all right. It's usually hard to see if the market's not selling the day before monthly expiration. It's very rare that it crashes the day of. We don't normally see that. Usually when it's flat like this, it's walking in, but it has been lowering, right? The average trading range that you see here, especially on NASDAQ, has been lowering a little bit, right? S&P has been rising. So because of that, you can indicate, let's see if you guys know, just see how smart you guys are. What do you think's going on here? Right, let's actually give you a little extra clue, right? What do you think's going on here? Do we think the entirety of the market's gonna sell off? Or what? Let's take a guess, right? Got Russell being crazy. NASDAQ sort of like trending down, S&P sort of trending up. What's going on here? Like, explain all of this. I looked at this and I kind of convinced myself not to be scared. Huge bunch of rebalancing, rotation, everything, right? People just moving in and out of different things. So I don't think people would make a lot of effort to start rotating out of tech and rotating into S&P non-tech stuff and then shifting money around in Russell the day before expiration. They're planning to dump it all the day of. So I think that we might get some heavy rotation still in the close, but then it's all going to be a rally from there. Remember, Russell's been like screaming up like to the top of the, you know, so because of that, people don't rotate before they dump. So with all that effort we're seeing, it tells me that people are going to hold on to something, which means we might get some further rotation here, which means whatever dip I'm going to buy. And that's how I'm making that inference ahead of time. Why would we be seeing some rotation? If people are literally flat dumping everything, so everything was going to sell off, you wouldn't see people risking on in the small caps. Usually when you risk on to small caps, you feel a little safe about the market. When you go into the riskier stuff, usually get into the safer stuff first, your blue chips, your speculative, then your small cap, in that order. And so if you're risking on into here, then you're probably safe in everything else. So at best, worst case scenario today, we see rotation. I am going to be very surprised if we get any kind of sell-off day. A lot of people are like, maybe it's going to crash on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Why? There's got to be some people secretly waiting on the sidelines to be like, okay, whatever, let's just start dumping today. Other than that, the majority of Wall Street is kind, it's chill, it's rotating into smaller caps, which means the perception of safety is pretty high. And then VVIX is cool, VIX is cool. So there is no evidence that the market's selling off. And the rotation theory shows that it's strong. Strong was good. I love strong. You love strong. We all love strong. Strong's the best. So we will be gapping up slightly today. I'll be looking at these. Obviously, we'll get ahead of this. You guys took liquidity maps class. In any bull market when ratios greater than half and stuff, we look at this and we know we're probably going to be dealing like 1A, 1Bs today. So essentially, here's the gap. I tell myself, if we're gapping up 10 points, I feel safe longing at the open, and then I could take a long right here. So if we're just gapping up flat like this, I'm never really too scared to just have a long right at the open, because my second entry is here, and if resilience is less than 0, I usually dump. It's got a buffer before it just crashes out. So usually you get about 2 or 3 minutes, right? When the market is gapping flat, I usually like to take the long bet. And then within a couple minutes, resilience will tell me if I'm right or wrong. But just in 1 or 2 accounts, I don't usually hit it long too hard. The 1A trade is always a small setup, so I hit it with something pretty small just to gamble out the door on resilience being good. We won't get resilience to market opens. Anywho, what's up, you guys? FundedNext, their turnaround, hopefully past your funded. Yesterday signed agreement 8 p.m. got funded account this morning. FundedNext got their stuff together, dude. When all my accounts disappeared, I sent them an email. I sent them an angry text and was like, hey, where's all my accounts? And then by the middle of the day, they were back. They were updating their system. So I think that's what it was. Scooter, what's up, man? Copper looks interesting. Let's just take a look really quick. See what's going on with the old copper. Is copper still HG? Testing my knowledge here. Copper looking interesting. We talked about this when copper sold off. Remember, copper was building up all this tariff stuff, and when it got excluded, copper just dumped to its normal place. I told people when they were like, looks like a dip to buy in copper, and I was like, no, copper was working its way higher because of tariffs. And then when it no longer, remember, people were front loading those copper contracts to get deliveries before the tariffs hit, and now it's like excluded from whatever tariff it was. I don't know anything. I'm just kind of making up stuff, but I know it was part of some tariff thing, and then it somehow wasn't, and a copper just rebalanced to the right price before tariffs hit. So I don't see copper when it dipped that day. I remember somebody asked me in stream, and I don't trade it, so my insight on this is pretty amateur. But I said, with something like this, it's not like, okay, that's the dip to buy to retrace. Copper is literally just pricing out something. This just looks like a penny stock that was going through FDA approval that didn't make it. It just dumps. And so copper is rebalancing to it's no longer in high demand for this particular contract that people were trying to load up before the tariffs hit, sort of thing. So copper looks interesting. Copper looks dead, my opinion. It's no longer got the momentum that it had. It's not going to retrace that distance. Wall Street dumped it, right? That's how I see it. Yep. But it's crazy, right, that it dumped out. But that's a fundamental reason it dumped. And the reason it rallied was because of tariff anticipation. So usually when you have those kind of failures on news that priced in, it just immediately priced out. And I don't. That's why I tell some people, like, technical charts fail all the time. Well, it looks like it fell, and oh, maybe I can buy the dip and retrace it. People are using like indicators to try to guess that. The market just dumped. So charts are going to lose a pattern there. It's just falling and sort of noisy where it is. It'll probably take some new news to stimulate something, but usually when something falls like that, think AMC, think GameStop, it usually falls, and then over some time it falls some more. So usually something like that, I usually wait for more dips if I wanted to buy it, but you have to actually fundamentally be bullish on that thing. Not event flush on copper, right? You know what I mean? It was like it was planning an event, and it was a non-event, and it's just like blah, 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 blah. And when I would say, like, if you guys remember those, you know, when you see penny stocks that were like hyped up, hype up, and then it goes through like a FDA approval, and then it doesn't pass, and then everyone dumps it, and then it dumped. And when I was a moderator on Wall Street Bets in 2014 and 2015, I don't know if you guys know, I was a mod there for a couple of years. I used to actually run 3 of the biggest stock subreddits out there. And Wall Street Bets, I was on one of the mod team earlier, and people were trading penny stocks back in the day. And when that shit would dump, you would see kids come on there and building all this like fundamental due diligence. They called it DD, and they would go like, oh, it should probably rally. It's maybe this, and all these people put charts, well, maybe it's going to retrace it here. And I was just like, these kids are idiots, man. Like, back before it was a meme community, people actually were trying hard, you know, and doing like really good reports on there and stuff. And they're just like, oh, it's going to retrace. Oh, well, it extended this far. Maybe it's going to bounce back up. People just literally addicted to charts. And I'm like, no, it rallied because some idiots on social media pumped it, and then it didn't get its approval. The drug is dead. The company's not even really a company, you know, it's a lab somewhere, and it's dead. Like, don't buy the dip. Like, why? Well, it's oversold on the RSA. Of course it's oversold. Company died. Like, everyone dumped it. Enron was oversold. Did you buy the dip? Like, come on now, let's be real. Anywho, so always be careful when something actually dumps on fundamental reasons. I don't like ever see that as an opportunity, right? Yeah, but I love looking at the chart like that. We're negative gamma territory with QQQ 579 being a gamma flip. Well, so this is going to be the day that I wish I didn't long the market, is what you're saying, right? Or is 579 is the support? Well, let's look at our overnights. Let's double check. So today we have, today's triple witching day, right? So we are going forward with that. Let's double check. 20. I'm going to be using the 5. Wow, the new model is very wide. This is interesting to note. Okay. That's off the charts. S&P's nearer. So it looks like with QQQ we are closing, opening lower. So we are gapping down in NASDAQ. We are gapping up in S&P, which is kind of characteristic of what we've seen the last couple of days. S&P has been sort of rallying a little bit faster. NASDAQ's sort of been trading down a little bit, and Russell's been like rallying. So you wouldn't see a lot, like I said earlier, you wouldn't see a lot of rotation into expiration if people weren't serious about holding on through it. So I'm going to say that we'll probably see some more rotation today. Hopefully it's not bad enough to trigger a squeeze, but like I said, I had this iffy feeling that today's gonna be the day I wish I didn't do anything if I did. So let me just preempt this by saying, if I blow anything up today, I told you I was gonna do it. And I woke up with a weird feeling. I had a dream about trading last night. So apparently I've got like hedge fund managers of the past speaking to me in my dreams or something. I don't know. Post 2 numbers after market and edge pressure channel. Difference between them, could you explain? Jan, scroll up. I explained it at the top of this picture, so scroll up until you don't see them anymore. One of them is a test version of a new model of the overnights. I have a new open interest model. Do I show my entries on screen? Yep, right here. The little DOM right here. I push the button and you can see it on screen. Oh yeah, 100%. You don't see that on YouTube. People don't trade on screen. I've traded on screen for 10 years. They're the only people that does that. FundedNext does listen, bloat accounts leave now. Passing eval, get your new account within 12 hours, sign agreement. You know what I'm saying? This is what I've done with my free time. I basically built a prop firm from scratch. I feel like I did, didn't I? Like, I feel like what it's like when I built Rocket Scooter, when I make something and I release it and then all the shit hits the fan and it sucks. Like the data feeds are down, the platform's crashing, I can't get in, and my tech support's overwhelmed, and we're like, we got it, you guys, we're fixing it, we're building it, and we fix it all, and then you're kind of coasting at that point. It's exactly the same feeling I had when I built Rocket Scooter and had some speed bumps along the way. Now I feel like I just built a prop firm, so that's great to know. Should I contact support then? Wait, let me see what you guys are saying. Your FundedNext account for 2 days? Yeah, like they're still working out the kinks a little bit, but it's faster for a lot of people. You should get it. Did you fill out your agreement, by the way? A lot of times people forget to do that. Which I probably should tell them. Whenever you pass your account, it goes to inactive, which is weird because it disappears. Like, I know that moves to inactive, but you have to like instinctively be like, oh, where's my account? And then go search for it. And then you click inactive and then the agreement's there. That's a little weird on the funnel in a UX sense. So I would probably recommend they change that too. But maybe you should double check, right? Did you pass your KYC as well? Okay. It should take no more than a day to get your account. So, but again, they're working to get it like 24-hour turnaround for most people. For some people, it takes a day, like maybe 2 days, it seems like sometimes, but for most people it's getting pretty quick. But I feel like I just built a prop firm, you know what I mean? They really should pay me a lot of money for my consulting or my COO-ishness. I feel like I did their market research for them. I feel like I did their localization for them. I feel like I franchised a prop firm for them. I'll give some credit to Brian. Brian also did a hell of a lot of work for it. We changed their rules. We built rules, guys. We listened to the community. We built rules. We were tech support. We were customer service. Why ain't I getting the lion's share of the revenue? Come on now, baby. Don't they pay me in affiliates though? Well, here's the thing though. They don't pay me in affiliates. I pay myself in affiliates, just like any kind of sales. You make whatever you do, but they don't pay me to do anything else like their customer service. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the goal there. And you know, that was done for free, and I had no incentive to do that other than I saw the community upset. I saw a big stink on social media, and all these guys out there as influencers and stuff just like to cry for engagement, like this is bad, this is bad. But then they leave the customers like high and dry, and everybody's kind of like, well, that sucks, nobody's helping me. And I'm like, okay, no, I'll be there to help you guys. And that's the first time I've ever like jumped in and took the reins on something. You know, saw everybody sort of like in a bind, and I'm like, all right, well, it looks like nobody else cares. I'm like, all right. And I grabbed some friends of mine, you know, and talked to them that I knew that also had, you know, FundedNext codes. And I was like, hey, you know, let's split up and let's tag team. Let's help the people out. And we got nothing out of it. Literally nothing out of it. We're affiliates everywhere. I could give two shits if you guys left FundedNext and went to my Funded Futures or left my fund to go to trade fair. I get paid no matter what you buy. So there's no incentive for me to die on a hill for a prop company other than I saw you guys struggling. And I was like, all right, let me help you guys out. So anyways, jokes aside, I feel like I did build a prop firm from scratch, which is kind of nice. But they're a great company. They work really fast. They just didn't do it. They just had a very, very tacky and dumb launch. They didn't prep. Their accounts were normally a firm will release like subpar products or like average products and grow slowly, and I experience things, and they're like, no, let's hit the market with the best prop account there is. No DLL, no consistency, uncapped payouts, and you're just like, or no DLL, uncapped payouts, let's go. And they had a big sale, and we're like, wow, that's like the best account ever. And then everybody went and bought it, and their system overloaded. Like, let's just hit the door running and say, okay, everybody for the next 48 hours gets to eat for free. Everybody. What are you going to have the entire city lining up in the parking lot to come to your restaurant? No one's going to be happy, right? So here I am watching the restaurant and all the people outside, like I've been waiting for a week to get my food, and I'm like walking by with the tray of tacos, like, hey guys, I got some food for you. Let's eat up. Sorry you're hungry. But yeah. What's the orange line mean? The RS and SPY? This is dynamic overnight hedge pressure. This is a gamma flip area. So right here, there's support. Below it, there's not. So today, hopefully, we can get some kind of a decent move. I think QQQ is slightly closing down, and if res is positive, that should be good. I like when we're barely gapping down. It usually makes me want to like take a little bit of risk to take one long, and I'm gonna take one long contract. We are 10 minutes from opening because we are very close to the gap fill, and if res does not pop up 50 or more, like a really strong res, I'll just close out and take a loss in one. So that's usually what I like to do. And let me do one, and again, I don't normally do this, so let me do one in FundedNext as well, one of my 7 accounts, just to hit it. If the market opens and dumps, it's absolutely fine. All the rest of my accounts are on the sidelines, ready to grab a dip on something good. Hopefully we get something good, like A+ is nearby. Other than that, we're dealing with 1A, 1B setups kind of thing. 1A is usually long at open and double down at hedge pressure if it's a BLU, or monthly hedge if it's a BLD. Usually these kind of setups are pretty simple. The idea that the gap is not far, right, means it's the flat day. I'm basically just speculating that the market's still rotating and we might not move. If we dip hard and this goes negative, I'm absolutely happy to lose $1,000 here to grab a dip and make 20,000 and everything else. So I usually like to do this on flat days that I'm certain are probably going to still go higher, at least at the open. And mostly I think that because I don't think people will be dumping today, but I could be proven wrong. We saw rotation into Russell last 2 days, actually last week. You don't normally see rotation into Russell unless people are steady with everything else. You don't risk on into riskier stuff a couple days for expiration, then decide to dump everything to get out of the stock market, right? People usually hold on. So people do dump things and everything dies today. I'll be very surprised. If anything, I believe the market should hopefully stay the course. Lower lows, if we go lower lows, you know, that would be a couple 100 points down. Finding our support down in here would be fine. I'd love to see the market crash out. I can buy a DD band to bring it back up. If this is further rotation, we might see something a little stronger. Nasdaq has been trending slightly down, just slightly down, right? Down, down, slightly down. As the progression is going, 850 might be where Nasdaq ends up, right? S&P's been trading slightly up. I mean, there's not really a lot of movement in the S&P. Same sort of story. Michigan numbers come out today. That's the big event. But yeah, S&P has just been moving. This little reset sort of was ignored. If it does die out, I would be very, very, very surprised. So yeah, people are, S&P's sitting at all-time highs, going to expiration, and people are buying Russell. That's usually the highest perception of safety. Nobody would risk on to Russell if the market was on the verge of dying. So PPI numbers are indicating that CPI is going to be dog shit next quarter and the quarter after, as there's a delay between PPI and CPI. If the producers are experiencing an uptick in price, or sorry, the middlemen are experiencing an uptick in price because producers are selling shit for more, then what happens is as soon as they burn through their inventory that they currently stored before the tariffs, then the customers are going to be buying the stuff that was sold to them at a higher price, and then the CPI will pick up. The logistical bottleneck, right? You go and buy a TV at Best Buy. That TV's been sitting there for maybe 3 months for somebody bought it, right? Best Buy's perspective, they bought a load of 50 TVs when they were cheap, and you're buying TVs at that fixed price. And then while those TVs are sitting there, Trump raises the tariff, and now TV prices go up 20%, but you're still buying the ones that were bought cheaper. As soon as you get through them and Best Buy puts in a new order, that order costs a whole lot more, and now you're buying the more expensive ones. So PPI is a hit. CPI is going to be a hit at some delay later. We all understand this, right? The PPI just popped through the roof. Huge jump. 3%, something like that. Bad. It's really bad. It's realizing the estimate of the Michigan numbers. Now, really bad is relative. Really bad to what it was. Now, is 5% inflation enough to crash the market? And this is what you guys have to ask yourself. Is that even something we care about? Okay, Fed might not raise rate. Might not cut rates as quick. Is that a big deal? Maybe. Maybe not. 3.3. Big uptick. So tariff costs are going to be passed through the customer. The CPI just is starting to pick up a little bit, but CPI is going to start jumping depending on where that price raise came from and how quick it takes to cycle through that inventory. So the new orders come through and realize that higher price. So anyways, Yeah, so inflation's here to stay. And the Michigan numbers, which you have today, you gotta be careful because that is a big news event today. That's gonna shake the market up. Has been forecasting, at least before Trump tacoed, almost 6.5% inflation at the end of the first year. And as the end of the first year is starting to realize, Michigan wasn't far off. The last read was 4.5. This is the expectation of what inflation is going to be at the end of the year, 4.5. And now we're at the end of the year, and PPI is reflecting 3.3, and CPI is going to be 3 or 4 or something by the end of the year. So 4% inflation. We think the Fed's going to be cutting rates still. According to Wall Street, the bet is still yes, they are. And Wall Street is saying right here is that the Fed Watch, which I've been watching, had a 3%. Then before and right after the PPI was 5%, and now it's 7% chance we don't get a rate cut. So the chance of us not getting a rate cut is trickling higher, right? It was 5 yesterday. Now it's 7.5. So what this is the probability we do get a rate cut. See how this 400 basis points to 425? The target rate, the range is here. The target rate, the range is here. So you can see that the thing is like seesawing a little bit this way. It's still about 92% chance we get a rate cut in September. But this was like 97% for a while. And now the PPI numbers come out, you can see that it's shifting away from it. There's people that think we just get one rate cut. Some people think we don't get any rate cut. But the idea is that whatever we think, is the rate cut even going to matter to the bull market? The question is, a quarter of a point is not a big deal. It's more of a psychological thing for the bull side. Anyways, it's not damning to the market. Quarter of a point is barely noticeable in the grand scheme of things. It's more of a, catalytic event that creates movement. But a quarter of a point is not going to like shift the economy dynamically to the point that we're like, yeah, we're prosperous now. We got a quarter of a point interest rate cut. Yeah. Market to the moon now. Wall Street could absolutely forget about the rate cut anyways, like it even matters. It's more like pricing in the Fed's mentality that cutting rates is a trend that'll keep happening. And that makes it easier for banks to loan out money. And in high inflation, it makes it easier for people to live and buy more stuff because they're loading up on debt, which always creates a credit bubble. So you kind of like worry about the credit market when you're in periods of high inflation and people are buying more expensive stuff they can't afford. And therefore, they're putting stress on the credit market and the risk of default goes up, yada, yada. And then eventually it pops and slows down and causes a recession. Is 4.5%, 5% really a big deal? I mean, it's been much, much worse. Well, where the hell is this coming from? Why is NASDAQ moving? All right, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Am I still having issues with FundedNext accounts not showing up? No, Matt, they finally showed up that same day that I was complaining. Did you hear about ETF not paying people out? Yeah, so you know what I did? I told the guys at ETF, they were supposed to come on my show and talk about something. I canceled it with them because of that. It's like an explanation. I wasn't going to bring them on the show. Not that I'm saying they did anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know, but I certainly had some words with them yesterday about it. The accusation was that, again, any prop firm can do this. I'm going to tell you guys something. Not just putting heat on anybody. Any prop firm can do this. If you are in the funded account and you're building up a funded balance, at any point before your payout, any prop firm can do this. They can choose to move you to live and give you whatever balance they want to give you and forfeit your profits. They all can do this. I repeat, they all can do this. All of them. Remember, in prop firm, don't. And again, I get people on social media like arguing with me about payouts all the time. I'm like, look, nobody's as balls deep in the prop industry as I am. Like, I talk to the people about the back end shit. They all can do this. All of them. Do you understand? All of them. But isn't it a goal to get a live account from a prop firm? No. It's a goal of yours to trade on your own. Prop firm is just a middle step before you trade on your own. A live account is the goal they give you so that you stop taking money from them. It's a subtle ban from their services. Okay. FundedNext, yeah. Lucky for us, FundedNext doesn't have a live, but I'll talk more about that later. And we're dipping down, dipping down. Let's go. Let's see if we have resilience lessons here. I just grabbed one account, one long, one account sort of thing. Let's see where we get. Opening relatively flat. Resilience is negative NASDAQ. Resilience is positive S&P. All right, I just grabbed one account, one contract, just to gamble on the open. If I don't get it, it's totally fine. At the close, I can try one more time just to open if res is positive. S&P does look good. NASDAQ does look kind of blah. Ooh, NASDAQ gap down and traded down. Let's see if we get the liquidity maps. Like I said, I was totally fine with losing like $1,000 in one account just to bet on the blast. So let's see where we get our liquidity maps. As soon as we get the load up here. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Come on, baby, let's load up. Get my calculation here. Ooh, MHP NASDAQ. Ew, every single time, every single time, every single time. Every single time. Let's go. Go. Long MHP, 1B setup, NASDAQ. If I break, I lose. And if we break, the market crashes. Oh, that's S&P, S&P. Oh, shit, I grabbed NASDAQ. Oh, wait, NASDAQ broke? MHP. Oh, fuck. See? I'm on the wrong thing here. S&P. Okay. Well, I'm still okay through here. Liquidity pocket. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That was a mistake on my part. Well, I should be good. I should be good. TD ratio is good. Should support here. Should be all right. Got some NASDAQ bulls on bottom. MHP, that would be very careful on MHP break. Oops. NASDAQ, S&P was every single time. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. Grabbing two more. Oh, that's pretty shit. My bad. Whoops. Whoopsie. All right. Okay. Well, that was scary. All right. We're good. Scary. All right. We're good. Those zones are all over the place because conversions. I know, right? All right. Let's do it. Media out the door. I should have hit S&P, not NASDAQ, but whatever. Where's the... All right. Oops. Liquidity pocket every single time. Bear zone top, DD ratio 93. Resilience is positive, S&P negative, NASDAQ, which is fine for that dip open, but losing bear zone, this would be kind of confusing. This would be very rare. I see the market die on that. Should hopefully be okay. All right, fingers crossed here, baby. That's a quickie. So LP bottom. This should hopefully be okay. This is the one account that took the most risk, though. Okay. All right, fingers crossed. I don't like it. I don't like it. We are triple witching though, but hey, I have to hit it every single time. Like, remember I said today, I was in the bathroom shaving. I was like, this is the day. I was like, what if today's the day? I just wish I didn't even touch the market. We opened right below MHP, didn't we? It's ticking higher out, so that is a little crazy. Come on, market. Come on, market. Hang in there. Hang in there. I think the zones are moving, right? That conversion's pretty quick on that dip. Let me double check S&P really quick as well. S&P has a little bit more dip potential right down here. It has MHP on the side there. Breaking MHP, market crashes out, so be very careful. Monthly res is starting fighting there. And I'm being a little kind of like... This is the one that took the biggest heat, though. You picking up some heat here. Michigan numbers are going to be like the big mover too, which I don't like being a drawdown going into that. We got that coming out. We're at 10 of the hour, 25 minutes on Michigan. Oh boy. Like I said, this tough day on this one. So it should be LP should be all right, but man, they are bouncing all over the place, aren't they, from the conversions? It's neat to see that. All right, market, we're good. This is my first time trading a liquidity pocket with the new update, so this is like experimental to me. Back to the conversation about prop firms. Any prop firm can deny your payout at any time and move you to live. They all can do that. A lot of them don't these days, but any one of them can. And you got to get understanding of that. Your prop sim payouts that are sitting there that haven't been paid to you is not real money and it's not owed to you. Prop firms can tell you to fuck off. It's all in the fine print. You guys got to understand this industry. Your sim profits are not guaranteed to you. If they move you to live and you have 30K sitting there and you go to live, they forfeit it. And there's a bunch of people out there on social media like, you know, I can't believe they do that. I'm like, read the fine print before you put your money into something. There's a bunch of idiots out there that are influencers with codes. Like literally so many people out there just say the dumbest shit because they don't understand that. But that's part of it. There we go. EST, baby. Let's go. 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 Racking up some bills here. Let's go. One more time. EST. Got to hear it again. But yes, there was some stink lately that some people made big account balances in their ETF direct to funded program, and ETF was like, hey, congratulations, we're moving you live, you're a great trader. Here's a $4,000 account. And they're like, well, what about the 25 in profits I had sitting there? Congratulations, you're a live trader now. And then it's kind of like, ugh, right? So people are a little sneaky about that. Now, again, it's in the fine print, they can do that. However, I think the prop industry should change to a degree that Tradeify gives you in plain writing what you get. By funded plain writing what you get. These are the terms. This is how you go live. There's not discretionary live practice where you, if you deny $80, not saying they did, I don't know the story, I asked them to clarify, but if you deny $80 of a trader to move them to live, it's kind of like, oh, we're not stupid guys, we understand. Yeah. Anyways. Hard to trade these bounces. I'm still here in the LP, so hopefully we get something. Hopefully we get something. Resilience is now slightly negative in the S&P, but liquidity pocket DD ratio greater than half is good. Bull zone should hopefully hold. We did crush through monthly hedge pressure right at the open, which created a little bit of a stir. Market's irrational now, should be small trades only. It would be the rarest, and I'm talking rarest of the rare, to break through here. Bad. Very bad. Illiquidity pocket, there's no support under here. Bad on the break. Expected to hold. Expected to hold. But this is problematic right here. I hate the idea that we broke through MHP. This can create a chain reaction.
Every single time, rocket brains with battle cry. Resilience never bends or breaks. It shapes the edge that fortune take from bell to bell. We ride the trend.
Yeah. And it's so crazy. This is the first time that I've traded a liquidity pocket since the update. How rapidly the conversions are all over the place because of how much NASDAQ is moving and outpacing the QQQ underneath it. All right. I don't like this sort of low consolidation like this. And I did tell myself today, I was like, today's gonna be the day that I just wish I didn't trade. So hopefully, I did this one. I just basically bought one at the open in one account. And then here at the liquidity pocket, I added one more. So this is the one that's taking all the heat today. Just betting that we hold the pocket here, the expected bounce. And then from there, basically, I'm starting to build in some other accounts as well here at the liquidity pocket. See how it's dancing around, guys? This is, I'm experimenting live. I've never used our conversions that are moving around in real time. I'm getting a feel for it live, which is kind of cool. Now we're here at the bottom. I like it. I like it. All right. Now, do I want to take it in other? Like I said, this one kind of sucks because I did take a play at the open, which was before market, and that was just a straight gamble, which is expected to have some drawdown in this one. We're at bottom at the pocket here. Let's get a whoosh fan going. All right. Do I want to try?
Order filled.
My MyFunded Futures live account. Added one. Right at the pocket. Tough day, tough day, tough day. Market trying to sell at expiration. Monthly res is good. Should be getting a little bit better. So stocks are finding a bid. Let's double check some of the stocks here before it crashes out today. Nvidia looking bad. Apple looking blah. Amazon looking blah. Or Amazon looking good. Microsoft looking okay. Meta looking okay. Tesla looking okay. No, Tesla not looking okay. Alright. Bottom pocket, that's it. This is the bounce if there is one. Scurry. Alright. How's VIX doing? VIX is barely moving, okay. All right, adding two and a couple more accounts. Right, bears on top. You haven't seen a good liquidity pocket in a while. All right. Okay, let me go here really quick. Brutal, baby. Hang in there. God, it's like as much as I want to try to like add to this, I'm gonna hold on to just the two instead of adding. Hang in there, baby. Building a liquidity pocket, a couple more accounts. Let's get some moves, baby. Let's get some green on this. Come on. Whoosh, fire. Come on in, Q. Give us some love, baby. VIX is okay. The VIX is slightly lower, which is good. The opening flush. Let's get a wave. Let me see what Russell's doing really quick also. Is Russell selling? Okay, so there's rotating out of Russell right now. So there is selling in Russell. Alright, so we're just seeing a little opening rotation here. Come on, baby. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's rip it. LPs, LPs, LPs. Let's go. All right. We got all the good songs. Hang in there. Do I plan on including what? Somebody said. I'm sorry. What is somebody asking me something? Do I plan on including what? I just missed the comment. Do I plan on showing where I enter and exit trades on my platform? What do you mean? Like, am I going to build a feature so that you can see where I enter and exit trades on this platform? Is that what you're asking? The feature's already there. Oh, hell, come on. No! Don't break Pocket, man. Pocket is also moving down a little lower. Screw this. I'm going to trim down to 1. You see how it's dancing, too, from the conversion? This is interesting to see, guys. Look at this. I've been hoping to see something like this. Like, am I still good? This is, I'm kind of winging this. Okay, that's so crazy. All right. I trimmed that one out. Yeah, that one is hurting. Pretty darn crazy. Okay, back on the LP. I'll get right back on the long side if we touch it again. Boo. Tough. On LP, I'll get back on the long center, and that I'll sit out. But these trades are in trade of fate, so I can't show that on my platform. If that's what you're asking. Man, those conversions are all over the place. That's crazy. This is the first time I've been doing this live with the conversions just to see what it looks like. But they are definitely, like, the Nasdaq futures are moving faster than the QQQ. I think that's what's causing it to do that. Tough, tough, tough. Can we get a bounce here, baby? Let's go. This is it. Market's probably dead today. I told you guys I had a weird feeling about today. Hang in there. I'm gonna hold off on this one a little bit. So this is very bad if you break through pocket, so there's nothing else to be holding on to this one for. So looks like this is losing all the key level supports here. Let me go to S&P really quick and see if there's anything underneath it. I did have a weird feeling about today. No good. This is gonna flush. So we did lose critical key levels here. None of my songs got the market to move. Sad days. Or just wait. So if I get something better, I'll strike again later. MHP break is pretty bad for the downside here. About half my account's underwater right now. Not good to see MHP break. So now I'm going to wait. There's no opportunity from here. There's nothing else to trade other than lower DD band on this crash, unless I get back and reclaim bear zone, then I'm back in on the long. So we'll see. No, it's going to chill. Now we're gonna chill and wait. Bum, 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 bum. If I get back above the bear zone support, I'm backing on the long. Other than that, I'm gonna wait and let things play out. I had a weird feeling about today anyways. Yep, so now I'm waiting MHP bounce off of S&P, yeah, so that is one place we do have a support at. Maybe I can try one more time here. Do I dare one more time at an S&P? This is tough. So this is the dynamic overnight 6475. That's basically it. Breaking through monthly hedge pressure, we can see that right here. The market is completely irrational, so it could completely die out today. And I did have a bad feeling about this. We clobbered through all kind of bull pivots, so I'm gonna let it play out just a little bit before I go like too ham on this. Gonna wait now. Wait for something better. So I have like half of my accounts I haven't even touched yet. So I think I can get lower DD band, or if I get something that's like stabilizable pivot, I might actually try one more time. But in the meantime, I might go get me some breakfast. Only IDOC is even up yet. I'm kind of hungry. We'll be doing a giveaway in just a little bit as soon as we get to our 1,000 viewer mark, and then you guys keep hitting that like button. Do me a favor. I had a weird feeling about today when I woke up. Get back above the bear zone and be willing to jump back on the longest to reclaim it. So waiting on that. All All right. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna give me something to eat. I'll be right back. Today was kind of a little crazy, right? All right. I'll be right back. Back just in time for EST. Oh my God, hold on. I have eggs. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, good Lord. I'm like so tired. Run up the stairs. I didn't even see this, guys. EST one more time. Oh. 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 Out of breath. I need me some eggs. What's going on here? All right. All right. So this account I'm long. Let me grab another one here. All right, I got another one that's long here as well. All right. You ready for this? Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Out of breath. I'm like running up here. Resistance here. Could be. Could be. All right. So I got 40 points out here on NASDAQ. Probably about the 898 level. Oh, I'm out of breath. All right. Wish me luck. Why isn't it showing up? Come on. This account took a freaking beating though. You can crawl it back with it. Why is it not showing up? Come on. Hang in there, levels. All right. Pocket trade. I'm like making eggs downstairs with IDOC and I'm like looking at my phone. I was like, oh crap, it's starting to rally again. Gotta run. I got a couple more accounts I can. Long on here. Grabbing some here. Grabbing some here. Let me get another Dom. Oh, let's get my Dom here really quick. Alright. Add one more at this one as well. Did you guys watch this one? This is the one I need to work out more, so hey, come on in. Actually, I want to do 3, I want to 2. Thanks, Eva. Bear market, don't die today. Come on, baby. LP, hopefully from here to here with the 40 point would be nice. All right, grab it in a couple FundedNext accounts. My funded futures live hit daily loss, which sucks. I fucking hate DLL more than life itself. It's like the worst. My least favorite thing. I was like super excited. I was like getting high. I was like, whatever, market's gonna crash. I'm gonna make some food. And then now I'm like running up here. I'm like, wait. LP, we're back. Hang in there. Half my accounts are red, half my accounts are green. Greenish. Half my accounts are not red. Hang in there, Barbara. So now, like, as I took like half of my accounts here and they dove, the rest of my accounts are getting right back in. So I'm rotating into new accounts, accounts I haven't used yet. And then, let's see if I can get anything good out of this one. Hang in there, baby. All right, grab some logs on my personal account here. And I'm gonna get, I really want 3 though. Do I want to take the big risk here? Oh boy, top day. Come on, EST baby. Let's try this first trade I want to get. Should be okay. Should be okay. It's so weird with the moving targets. Like it's a little harder than like trying to gauge, because the targets, they do the conversions dance, right? And so now is like, is that the level, right? Is that the actual LP? So one of the things I'm gonna have to be careful about is really honing in on some kind of way to make that as a little bit more actionable. So my entry point, I'm going to know wherever I get in. That's going to be wherever I measure that 40 points from. You want to hear the song now? I can hear the song. Oh. More time. Tough day, tough day, tough day. So the other three of my so one of my Tradeify accounts is way down, like down like $2,000. The other ones are just now breaking even. So like they took a loss, like the ones I got in here took a loss, and I'm back in on those. So hopefully I can get the LP on this and maybe turn this day green. It's pretty much a red day, so. My bad, you guys can't even hear me. Sorry about that. Why is my shit muted? Oh, I keep muting it so I can eat. My bad. I'm forgetting. I muted it so I intended to take a bite of my food. God, I did it again. I did it again. My bad, guys. All right, so S&P's doing kind of worse than the Nasdaq. S&P's monthly res is less than 0. Nasdaq's is positive. So it's kind of a mixed bag here as to what's going to happen. We can expect for the rest of the day. Yeah. This is like back to the chopping block here. This is where bottom is there. I trimmed out one of those 3 there that I had. We're back at LP a second time. This is the first time I've seen liquidity pockets with the updated on futures, just to see how they move around. Interesting. What do we got here? Right. I always trade liquidity pockets every time. Yes, every single time. Every single time. It's interesting how the conversions, though, do move around because the QQQ is moving, or Nasdaq is moving faster than the price. I'm curious, though, if that has a lot to do with our data feeds as well. Now I'm looking into it. Because our data feeds, like, you know, we're converting based on the last value, and this is just 5% of the volume. It could cause some unusual dancing effect as the QQQ isn't updating at the same frequency. This might challenge this, or challenge us to go purchase a more volume from the exchanges. The reference data is probably what's causing it to dance a lot more than it should. right, come on, market. Oh, market, hang in there. Bears and bulls on support. I like to see this. We reclaim. Normally, whenever it breaks and reclaims, the reclaim is usually pretty good. Ratio is good. Let me double check monthly maps just to see. We are pretty decent on the bull side on S&P, which is good. It looks nice. QQQ, a little choppy, but still good. Nothing crazy there. I'm just going to hang on to it. It should be fine. But I hate days that do this. It sucks because you have to kind of like basically a loss and then crawl back. Let's roll it. I'm curious. If we were to reference to 930, I'm sitting here taking some notes, by the way, on some things I need to update. The conversions are too sensitive to one of the data feeds. The reference data feed doesn't tick as much as the futures, the real-time futures data feed. So we shouldn't be updating it every 5 seconds until we have the data feeds both ticking at the same time. So like basically like, I mean, they tick at the same time, but we don't buy 100% of the volume. This is what's causing that. We just have reference data feed. So with futures moving all over the place, the numbers are going to dance a lot more if this isn't moving to go with it. What I should do is have it update once a minute. Let me talk about this real quick. At least for now. Can we? What's it called? Yeah, so basically what we either have to do is go back to that other data package where we get like basically all the real-time candles. It's a very expensive data package though. Or we just update at a reference time slower, essentially when the volume is high right at the start of the day and just update every minute. It's 5 seconds too sensitive. Hang in there, market. And we get back above bull zone. Let's go. This is sort of me wiggling with this on the fly, so I'm going to change that up. Okay. Rough day. This account is still down about 2,000 bucks, so this is the one I'm working on to try to get some positive. I don't know if it's just me. Oh. But do you guys experience sometimes where whenever you switch tickers, like NASDAQ sometimes doesn't load up, or is that just me? This is my question to you guys. Like, do you notice when you switch tickers, you have to refresh? Okay. Okay. You guys realize half of my job is streaming, half of my job is troubleshooting, half my job is building a platform. So imagine multitasking and trying to trade live and trying to make money all at the same time. Should be okay and still in pocket. I'd love to see us above MHP to close out the day, though. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and trim back down to 1. This happened right now. All right. I think it has a lot to do with something going on, yeah. All right, just little bugs and work some of that out. All right. So we also, guys, we have written something that whenever the labels are on top of each other, you see how it puts a space? Look at SPY. You see this? So there's a tolerance. I built this yesterday. So you see there's a tolerance, right? Whenever two lines are on top of each other, the labels don't overlap. You see how these two right here? You can test that out on your own. But now the labels no longer overlap with each other on the vertical side when the numbers are when the lines are close to each other. You can still overlap them if you squish your chart down, but there's a hard-coded tolerance on some of these. It should be live now. Yeah. Like it calculates when two levels are close to each other, or when there's within a certain tolerance, it'll stack the labels vertically. So when you get like two hedge pressure, monthly hedge pressure at the same side, it should stack the labels on top of each other. It should be good. Trying to get him on the wire here. Hold on 1 second. Talking to my developer right now. Okay. I'm going to try to get an emergency update pushed live so that we can see the updates once a minute rather than once every 5 seconds. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about when I talk about the data, right? So if the data is like both ticking live, you know, the update should be like small as the data is like, you know, QQQ and futures are moving like this. But the problem is we have QQQ like reference data. And so futures is like moving like normal. But the reference data that it's converting against is sort of like static, right? So the rate, so it's like you're going to have like a level that QQQ's at, and futures are going to dance all around it. And so every 5 seconds, it's grabbing snapshots like above and below, and it's making the maps dance around more than they should be. So what I'm going to do for the meantime is I'm going to the solution to this is to get either 100% of the market volume, and we're gonna have to pass that cost on to you guys, unfortunately, or we update once a minute. So if you guys want these to tick not so drastically, we assumed this, right? When we built this, we knew that the dancing would be a thing, but also you have to have perfectly in sync data feeds for this to exactly convert. The fact that this is moving, and we noticed the other day, remember monthly hedge pressure like scooted up to price, that really is a coincidence. There's nothing to take from it. Or just update once a minute, right? Or update when QQQ updates. Which is even better, actually. Or we update every time QQQ updates. Yeah. Add a smoothing function. I would say that in general, the easiest solution is to update it every time QQQ updates, or any time. Update the count. Every time the underlying updates, then we take the snapshot. You know what I mean? That'll make it not so sensitive because of the asymmetric nature of the updating. Like futures are updating like update, and watch my hand, it's like stocks are update. Because we buy the reference data. They're not each ticking at the same time. That is the real problem. What it's causing is that these two move around too much as like we might have the same QQQ value and futures are like all over the place. And it's not really correct to convert by taking a snapshot here and here and here and here, and it's causing this to go up and down and up and down. It's because QQQ is not updating just as fast. Yeah. So yeah, okay, hey, hold on. Can you see my last comment? Every time we register a delta change in QQQ, then do the calc no sooner this will solve this. Yeah, that's the real solution. You only need to update every single time QQQ has a price change. Then you take a snapshot of the futures to go with it. That way you force them to sync up. That should smooth it out. Digging myself out of negative accounts, building a trading platform, answering angry FundedNext email customers, updating the platform live, and trading with you fine folks, and eating eggs and waffles for my breakfast. And this is the nature of my game. This is my life. The timestamps in the match, BR Fishful, you nailed it, right? You guys are all smarty pants, as you guys understand. So essentially, the slower up, you need to sync them up to the slower polling rate. It's not slower polling, it's just that like with QQQ, we just buy reference data, which is only 5% of the volume. It's not updating every 2 seconds with the change. It changes when an order comes through, at least every 2 seconds. So we get a polling from our WebSocket every 2 seconds snapshot. The deltas come in at 2 seconds. And but if there's no change, the platform doesn't register a change. So the data will just stay there as like a little stick. So it's not like, and so you're only getting like, maybe you get once a minute. Oh, we do get once a minute points on this. So yeah, every time you register a delta, take a snapshot. Then do the conversion. That'll work. That'll work for now. Then we can decide if the conversion is still on. Like here, this should be on point with the bot top of the bear zone, which it is. Oh, fuck my life today. I'm like absolutely. I'm gonna close out. I'm done with this one. All right, let's see what he says. So the idea is to sync the conversions. Oh. Okay. All right. No, I flattened my trades out. Yeah, let me get him to maybe come here and help out with that. Right. Remember I told you today, I was like, today's gonna be a day where I just wish I didn't do much. It's kind of crappy, like, setup here. I'm gonna get him to force an update that updates every time the slower data feed updates, and no sooner than every 10 seconds. So that way it's not ever updating any sooner than 10 seconds. It's the greater of the two. Okay, hold on one second, guys. I'm still like working on this one. All right. Yep. So out MHP break, market irrational, LP worked once. Hit stop first time, worked once, and now it's trying one more time. I could take one more attempt at this. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna try and do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to try in one more account here. Only when the spot moves one full strike. That wouldn't be a bad idea. The problem is that yes, right? Not a bad idea. When the spot moves at all, like, you would want to recalculate. If the spot moves more than one full strike, you would want to, the question is, what happens with instantaneous volatility? This is what I was trying to capture. Right, if the market were immediately to just like plunge, what happens if futures fell really quick and the spot didn't move that quick, right? And so the idea was that it would capture that and adjust the level where it needed to be, right? And the idea would be great if they all updated at the same time. So in general, if the spot moves a strike, or any kind of delay that only updates the calculation on an infrequent basis, one strike could be an arbitrary choice, which isn't a bad choice. It's just a meaningful choice would be to update every time the spot updates. That's the best kind of updating. That'd be the most accurate updating of it. And there's nothing wrong with updating it too frequently, as long as it's correct. But that's a good thought. I like the way you're thinking, because you're absolutely right. Like, well, when the spot moves a strike, will that adjust everything? Because that's kind of like that's that kind of interval that the market kind of settles on, right? That's a good thought. Yep. Let me get him to work on this. Sorry guys, I'm like so all over the place with this. I'm talking to my developer right now. We're gonna do an update. I'm gonna eat a little bit really quick. I'll be right back. Oh. I didn't even realize over here. All right, so back on LP, I'm gonna get back on the long side. This account, I'm gonna work on if I can get back up here. This one's down like 3,000 bucks, so I'm gonna wait until I get anything else. But MHP breaks, trade small only if anything. The LP was kind of nice, but the dancing thing was sort of kind of messing with me a little. But it's kind of cool to trade it live. It's a little challenging, but to see it move around as much as it did, I'm gonna get a fix in for that. It's making it hard to manage a position around it when it's moving all over the place. So that's kind of a chalk a mistake up to that. Yeah, we'll do giveaway in a second. Might as well. Okay. We get back above the LP, I'd be willing to jump in on a long here. So just if I get back here, I'd be willing to take a long, or above MHP, I'll continue to ride along. Down here, there is no support to trade off of. Hold on a second. I'm in the middle of a million things right now. I always have bitch face whenever I'm texting. People always say that I have super serious mode whenever I'm texting. No, I talked to my developer on WhatsApp. We're just chewing over information about, I'm trying to get a release pushed out like right now, but I want to get it pushed out while the market's live so I can test it. No, I'm not mad about anything. But I am told I have like resting bitch face. All right, let's do a giveaway. So I'm trying to rush it out so we have it this morning at least to play with, because I want to have some test data just to make sure everything is more kosher. All right, let's do trade by straight to funded. Whatever. We didn't get 1,000, did we? Yeah, close. Close enough. Let's do a trade by straight to funded. I love the straight to funded program. I've been trading it for a while. It's a really good program. Sorry guys, I need to catch up on chat. I know I'm doing like 20 things at once. Why should the levels move? Right, the levels only move because the underlying and the spot, like what you're tracking, and the futures don't tick at the same time. So it's to catch any discrepancies, like if futures move faster, that the actual converted target would be actually up to date based on the actual value of futures, because they're calculated in equities, which means they're static in equities, and futures move around sometimes faster or slower than equities. So they should move. The problem is they're moving too much because we have two data feeds that aren't ticking at the same time. So I just quickly worked out a solution for that. I'm trying to get a release. So I'm talking to my developer. I had to text him and get him all the information. But it's not like worrying about a few dollars. The idea is that in periods of high volatility, you might see that the index will move like that and the futures may move like that. And therefore you'd have to adjust for the fact that they are stretched, or else you would undershoot your pivot. Like the, or overshoot your pivot. So an example would be, if here's the pivot and then futures are here and equities are here, right? And then all of a sudden, Trump tweeted something and futures did this when equities did this. You would have a bad signal. You would long right there when instead you needed to long there. That's the thought. Now, again, this is in theory. We have to test it out live. So if QQQ dropped a certain amount and Nasdaq dropped a whole lot further, just because it's futures, right? It can track, it can overshoot. That's the whole reason to have them update real time, right? But it doesn't help that QQQ is updating every so often, and futures are like updating in real time, right? So this effect is causing it to dance too much. When you take a snapshot here and here and here, then futures are like boom, boom, boom. The level's moving all over the place. When QQQ is not even moving, the reference data should be moving roughly similar, right? Just slight differences in periods of normal volatility. It should just be like similar, right? So the dancing was expected to be a few ticks, not 10, 15 points. The 10 to 15 points has to do with the asynchronous sort of behaviors between the two data feeds. Yeah, real time is going to cost a lot of money. We had it before and it destabilized the platform. But we can rebuild the infrastructure to be able to handle it. And it's also fairly expensive as far as the data feed goes. But that's totally not necessary because we don't need to do this. Solution will actually solve that problem. Just as long as the reference data, because the reference data is correct data. It's not incorrect data. It's just not all the data. So every time an order comes through at that timestamp, the reference data syncs very well with the full-time data. So like the real equities data that does this, and the reference data is like 5% of the volume, but the reference data, like snapshots, almost always line up exactly with the real-time data. There's not a discrepancy there because they're going to match the exchange. So the reference data is like snappy, almost, you can see almost like snapshots, even though it's not. It's just different exchanges. It should line up with the real data. So if you are taking your futures conversion at exactly the moment in time the reference data updates, then you should have minimal impact of dancing. Now at that point, snapshot, 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 you will have a very little bit. Now they merged the branches. Okay. They're getting a release pushed ASAP on this. Just see if it looks different, acts better. That's what we're looking for. All right, guys, type in Tradeify in here. You imagine what it's like yelling at two prop firms today to get their shit together. Making updates live on the platform, live trading with you fine folks, and doing a giveaway on screen. Man, I'm like the multitasking king today. So we can solve it without, the idea is, can I solve it without having to raise prices for you guys? That's really the goal. I think I can. I think this update is going to prove that we don't need to. Worst case scenario, without raising prices, we reference the data at 9:30 and just leave it the same. But it will be slightly off as the day progresses. Every time I say you find folks, you feel like you're on the Titanic. LOL. Well, trying to do my best for y'all. Hopefully this is it always, whenever I am in serious mode, people always say I look like I'm in a bad mood. I'm actually in a pretty decent mood. I just am serious mode. I do have a bitch face though, I hear. Resting bitch face. All right, let's spin the wheel. Hold on. This has been quite the day. All righty, then you guys ready for a giveaway? That music, let me mute that really quick. All right, guys, Tradeify straight to funded is a thank you for being so awesome here. We're gonna give funded account today. Same old, same old. And we'll do a couple others. I think ETF gave us some accounts as well. All right, type in Tradeify in chat. You guys ready for the giveaway? All right, let's spin the wheel a little bit. Today's winner is... I've got dollar bills everywhere now. I am loaded with fake dollar bills. I've never felt so rich in my life. Tim Chang, 67. Winner number one. Tradeify straight to fund. You're now a funded trader with Tradeify. Very awesome. When you run into Matt in real time, make sure you call him Bitface Matt. Bitchface Matt in real time. Timmy Chang, type in something in chat, buddy. You're winner number one. I hate days like this where you get no recovery. It's not even volatile. Market just dropped. All right, Tim Chang number one. I think we're gonna do some ETF accounts. I'm gonna check here. We're gonna do some of this and so, but hopefully it's like a better experience. In general, we do a Friday giveaway thing every Friday. However, we'll do Tradeify straight to funded every single day. We'll do one of these every single day. Tim Chang, you're today's winner. Congrats. All right, good job, good job, good job. Hold on, let me get one more song going on here. All right, let's do this. Let's give away 4 straight to funded accounts of Elite Trader Funding. How about that? The both Tradeify and Elite Trader Funding have really awesome straight to funded programs. In general, you skip the eval, you meet your consistency targets, you meet your profit targets, and you can pay out, skip the eval. It's really nice. I trade Tradeify straight to funded. It's a great program. Let's go buy 4 of these. That DGF program's pretty decent. You guys will really enjoy it. Let me give you guys some information about it. ETF, guys. Type it in. So what you get is they have 2 different kinds of accounts, a 25,000 and a 50,000. The 25,000 is a 10 active day trading cycle. You get first payout 1,000, then 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 each cycle, which is awesome. Payout cap for 20. 50K program is a 50K. Every 15 days you get 5,000 payout cycle, but you get to skip the eval. It's pretty cool. Direct to funded programs, they're new. Like firms out there are starting to experiment with the format there. But, you know, it's a pretty decent program. Let's give away 4 of those. Man, I made 4 funded traders today. All right, same thing as before. If I get up to bear zone top, I'll be willing to jump back in on the long here. Yeah, Benji, 100%, dude. I agree with you. I agree with you, man. Yamuna Nataraj, 42. I love that song so much. All right, OG song here. Nope, person wasn't here.
Trying to see what's forming. Mad on the mic, yeah, you know we schooling. Options open, gotta keep it moving. Came from the bottom, now we analyzing trends, risk types.
And we back to the middle here.
Never break, never bend. Candles talking to me, I don't need new friends. Rocket scooter running plays, we ain't here to pretend. Numbers don't
And I don't know about this statement. I am absolutely not liking it.
man, they cloud your view. Stick to the plan, we gon' see this through. Matt got the blueprint,
But
let me show it to you. Yeah, trade smart, no FOMO, no chase. Money comes slow, but I keep my pace. Bag getting heavy, no time to waste. Rocket scooter, yeah, we set in the space.
Paulo Franco, winner number 1.
Got that fire in my eyes. Never over leverage, gotta strategize. Profits compound, yo,
Oh, Andrew's here again. Thank you, Andrew, for being here.
they don't understand the grind, only see the shine. Back test game, yeah, put in time. Matt taught the method, now the stars align. Price, action talking, and I read between the lines. Yeah, money moves, but the mindset stay. Discipline first, that's the only way. Big wins, small wins, all gotta play.
Congrats, winner number 2. All right, I'm gonna get this update rushed at least midday. Be kind of nice. Ooh, what a day.
And numbers don't lie, but emotions do. Fear and greed, man, they cloud your view.
At least we can see some of it while we're waiting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Or while we're trading today, before we have to have like wait for money to be another experiment on it. This is the first time we've seen a liquidity pocket because we haven't had a Kazara Histories winner number 2. The first time we have seen like this sort of, you know, we haven't seen liquidity pockets since the release, so it's been all bull setups. TD ratio is good. Resiliences are okay, slightly better. I could try to trade one more time here. Let me grab it in some accounts. This account's been beaten up so much today. Try one more time. All right, number 3. I'm gonna try one more time at LP. I'm gonna put one contract here, keeping it small. It's a pretty dope song. You guys have any songs today about anything extra? Joe Santiago, winner number, I don't know, 3? The Bear Market Blues. Hold on. We have all kind of new songs here. Wait. 1, 2. Oh, that is 4. I guess Yamuna did say something. All right, that's all 4 of you guys. Congrats. You guys are now funded traders, Elite Trader Funding, and Tim, you're now a funded trader.
He walks the wire, fire in his stare, truth in his hands, justice in the air.
What trade fine?
With trust built on the real till greed came up with hands to steal. Shots and candles light up the road, viper circle taking the load. No thanks, no honor, just empty palms.
Congrats, you guys.
Kindness fades and the storm turns on.
So what you guys need to do is you need to take a screenshot of your YouTube ID from inside your YouTube account. Take that screenshot, go to my Discord, go to the contest channel, message an admin. His name is Slacks. Slacks will get you hooked up. You need to send them the email address that you sign up with these firms with, so ETF and Tradeify. And then as soon as you send your email address, they'll get you your accounts. That's a cool little dubstep song. I like it. Kind of digging it. Just gonna take one more stab at this account here. It's been a brutal day today. The music for this trade and Woosh fan? Okay. That's a decent song. Let's see what we got next. I hate days like this that actually don't move. They just fall and stay falling, and they're just kind of chilling. I'd like to see something useful. S&P is still holding that lower, that lower monthly hedge, which is good. I want to keep our fingers crossed we get something good out of this. This is what's throwing me off today. So we're actually below. We are not even there yet. Something get the fix in for this in a little bit. Yeah, this was throwing me off. This is something we can't use the updates like this. Yeah, the conversions are moving way too much around where they should be. I'm still in the overshoot on this one. So I basically bought at 40 and then 800 is my next stop. So essentially I could buy again, but I'm still playing this weird volatility. Unusual to see this kind of behavior for sure. Expiration creating a little bit of weird wonky mechanics. MHP has caused the market to be irrational and a little bit of overshoots, which is expected from this. Trading's gonna be very hard on this one, but I'm still stick to my guns on it. It's a good song. Michael put in a song. It's only a minute long though. No, we have a fix coming in. It's an error on our part. There's nothing. It's just an oversight on our design. It'll be fixed. So right now I'm trying to see if I can get it fixed today. as good as that song was getting, it cuts off very quick. Definitely expiration stuff, right? Tough day today. Not really tough, but the market got hammered pretty hard. I didn't think it was gonna do as bad as it did, but I'm wrong. My first thought was I'm gonna take the hit at the open, and then we fell, and I was like, ooh, liquidity pockets, and then it just chopped out through it. So, as excited as I was to have them, because I haven't had a good liquidity pocket trade in a while. I like the blues here. This was a little promising earlier to see the support there. Jumping back in. Ratio is still good. If we can reclaim this, it'd be fine. It just doesn't look good like it does. Actually, I'm gonna close out. I'll try one more time if we reclaim. So now there's really nothing to do from here except for wait. If I reclaim the zone, I'll try one more time. And I'm pretty much done with that account. All right. Let me see. Let me reorganize these. All right. If we get back up to pocket, I'm going to go ahead and trade that again one more time. I get there. But until then, I'm gonna sit out and wait. Organizing my shit here, dude. I'm so far like I like need a nap, you know. My brain is mentally exhausted from like all the like I wake up to like all these FundedNext issues again, and then I gotta deal with like platform update. Rushing an update is pretty quick. That's a good song, by the way. I like that one. Pretty quick update is pretty hard to do. Okay, I'm gonna get on this account. I'm gonna trade ES. Get it. I kind of want to trade ES on this one though. Just plant one on monthly hedge, just one. Even though S&P is still at monthly hedge and Nasdaq is not. Nasdaq I'll attack again at the top. Did a lot of people have their FundedNext accounts disappeared? Yeah, mine did. Mine absolutely disappeared. Blue song was actually pretty good, huh? Hold on a second. Okay, so in the bear zone and the LP between the bull zones. So essentially, in between the zones is where liquidity can be found. So essentially inside of here, and if you lose liquidity, the market's just kind of like in a free fall state. And I keep trying to take a stab at S&P, but I'm gonna close that out too. I'm gonna give up on this market today. That's a pretty decent song. Hold on, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, a couple more songs I want to jam out to and see what we got.
All right, y'all. We spinning.
We already saw that one. Hold on. Cult of the Curve. I have a few more things I got to do really quick.
Enter the test. Arby's formation, beef curtains part. Drink of this pivot, he winks at the chart. Eye doc smiles, pickle guards the pew. VVX hush, miracles coming to. Down in the boiler room, banging a bell. Slightly fatter Matt runs customer hell. Sign my code, mortal, pass me your soul. VXE shots in a lava bowl. Angel Matt blesses with tidy stats. Devil Matt bargains for extra fats. One sells salvation with perfect fills. The other sells drawdowns and cinnamon thrills.
This action's absolutely terrible. Yeah, terrible. I get an email I gotta respond to. Everything's just like piling up today. Nothing left to trade on this. There's no targets anywhere to trade. I think market's going to continue to fall until we get lower GD bands. It's really the only support I can see. All right. All right. Oh. I'm trying to get a release pushed live this morning for my development team. So what we noticed today was that we had a little bit of an issue with something we just released that we didn't notice until this particular setup happened. And so now I'm trying to get it pushed live so I can have the test data at least before I go over to my funded TV, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get it before, and that's what we're trying to rush to see. So he's asking me all kind of questions about the design of the math of this. Sometimes I have to be a CEO of a trading platform as well. So I got to do like a billion other things also. Big red candles diving out here. Dropping down. We lost overnight dynamic MHP. Market's just completely irrational. Good to sit on the sidelines and wait. We have another particular pocket of liquidity down inside of here and here. That's basically it. Yes, so today today the market kind of fell through key support levels, and then it's just kind of been dying out. Like I said, I have a mixed bag in my accounts, same as earlier. They all took a pretty, like the ones that I did take a stab on initially took a hit. The ones that I took a stab at the liquidity pocket made some money, so I'm kind of like red for sure, but I don't think I'm going to get an opportunity to make any good trades to get anything from here unless we fall down to here. Irrational markets, I don't really do anything but trade small anyways. So here, here, and here I can possibly take some longs from. But you don't normally smash through a lot of really strong pivots without the market just kind of losing its momentum. So it'd be kind of hard pressed to think that this ends up here today very quickly without testing some lower lows, which is why I kind of tried to take a stab at S&P and just closed out right there. And now I'm just waiting to see if something better happens. And right now I'm also working with FundedNext. So there's a big FundedNext issue I've been also trying to work with these guys about. So I'm in a group chat with them and their actual development team. We're trying to fix something that people are unable to, like, you guys are still getting accounts that you guys buy. They're not showing up for 1 or 2 days, or whenever you guys are buying, sorry, when you passing account and your account goes funded, you're not getting your account for 2 days as well. So they're like, we put in a fix the other day, yet it's still happening. And so I've got some of the engineers on the horn right here to talk to them about that as well. Again, if you guys are still experiencing any issues with FundedNext, you're not getting your accounts after you pass within a day, or you buy an account, it doesn't show up, or all your accounts disappear while you're trading them, anything like that, send an email to Matt at Rocket Scooter and we'll still work on it. I'm getting busier and busier by the minute, man. My intuition was right today, right? I did feel it this morning. Horny engineers. Can you actually say here? Levels? I am going to look for about 64.48 to 64.32. Inside of here is where there is going to be potential support if it does continue to fall. Or if we reclaim this key level, I'll be willing to maybe take a stab back at it. But again, it's been a little brutal here today. Your funded challenge is still missing. Yeah, send me a message. So Matt at Rocket Scooter, if you guys can send me some information about it. If you're having any issues with FundedNext. You've been waiting fun days for funded account? I mean, if I take a screenshot of some of this. Oops. Now we're back. Dude, lists is just something else today. Jesus Christ. This I don't even want to touch anymore. How does scanner works to find stocks? Yeah, certainly. So on the scanner side of things, you can go through and scan for basically any of our parameters that you want to look at. An example is you want to look at stocks that have broken through MHP and see if there's an MHP breakup. You can go MHP breakup, turn on the button, and then it searches for it. I can load up like AT&T, Chewy, and you see that it's broken through MHP, right? What if I want to look for a specific setup? An example would be, what if I want to look for a bear long up that is, actually let's look for a better one. Let's look for a bull long down that is between monthly hedge and hedge. So trade number 2. I want to look for trade number 2. So I'm going to go through here and I can go to liquidity map current. I can go and I can select this pencil tool to go bull long down. Then I can add other conditions like we're currently less than MHP and currently greater than hedge pressure. And now it'll find me that particular leg where the stock is in between the two, leg number 2 in a BLD just by building it out. Mara. VLO. Pretty cool, right? And so you can basically craft any leg you want to find. That's your style of trading, whatever looks good for you. And then you can just basically mix and match. You want to find things above half gap, below half gap, MHP and hedge pressure equal, and then you have hedge pressure break in general. The downside, Here's stocks that are doing that MGM where they're exactly the same, and then it broke through. And as you guys see, we have had here is the new release we did today. Is that you get the stacked labeling whenever they're the same. It's kind of nice. I like that. Wouldn't be surprised to go back to the top. Yeah, freaking know, right? As much as I've tried to catch the hooks on here, this is a really weird setup. I only take the confirmation at zone support. So only if we're back at zone will I get back in on the log. But the thing is, we're irrational, so I can only take it one contract at a time. Yeah, I'm kind of like... We're back above 64.75, which is the MHP on the S&P, the one I was taking stabs at earlier. Same one. I can try one more time. All right, this one more time. Grab this in a few accounts. Why not? All right, let's do it. All right. If I get stopped out one more time, I'm gonna cry. This is the overnight. This is the new. This is the new model. So this is the one I'm testing. I'm also testing the new model live. This has been a very sticky level, which looks really nice. And this has been such a weird fucking day. Should have stayed in bed. I know, right? And the price action just be an absolute shit where it just falls and stays low, you know? Very ugly. It's not really getting much. It's not really, like, there's not really much actually happening. right, guys, I'm gonna take a quick call with my developers really quick. Hang tight. We'll have the new release live in about an hour. Be right back, you guys. All right, I'm back. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, first and foremost, I'm gonna have to clarify. I've got some absolute fucking moron on Twitter telling me I'm defending ETF's actions for denying somebody's payout. Everybody in stream right now, so we can clip this. Did I start off this morning telling you guys that I was supposed to have ETF CEO on this stream and I fucking cut ties with them because I found out they're denying somebody's payouts? Did you all hear me say that this morning? He was supposed to be on my stream and I said not anymore. Are you kidding me? Defending their actions? Absolutely not. I cut ties with them. I fucking cut ties with them in a heartbeat. I sent them a long-winded answer and I said, I am not gonna have you guys on my show if you're doing that. These fucking idiots on social media, I swear to God. I warned you guys to read the fine print because props can screw you over. That's what I said. I said, guys, read the fine print so you don't get screwed over. They can and will do that. Dude, these fucking idiots, dude, I'm telling you. Curious why I get free ETF accounts in? Because they're fucking free. They're free. I don't get paid by these guys. They're gonna give me free shit to give away. I'll give away free stuff. But it doesn't mean that I'm out there defending what they're doing. I don't have all the evidence. That's what I said. Somebody said they got denied a payout and kicked alive. And the prop firms will defend by their fine print. I'm giving you guys the information itself. I'm not at all on their payroll. I don't get paid by these guys. I have a standard affiliate and nobody, you know, like it's nothing. It's like nothing money. I don't even care about it. I said I'm not gonna at all have them appear on my show until that's clarified. 100% I said this. I don't support anybody. I support you guys. I absolutely do not support anybody. It doesn't matter to me who you buy prop accounts from. I clearly want you guys to buy the best of the best if you guys are buying prop firms. It doesn't matter to me who you choose to go with. But as somebody that knows the prop space, I will make sure I tell you guys the truth of what's going on. A lot of these people don't know what happens out there. Yeah. I'm not supporting anybody. Hey guys, feel free. It's I don't know, it's this random dude. Feel free to go in there and say something. Make it like literally making up stories for clout. These weirdos are like this. I literally gave you guys a 10-minute speech on how they were supposed to come on my show and I cut ties. No more. 100% standing on business. I didn't agree with what they did. I pulled the plug. One 100%. I'm gonna close out my position here. 1 second. These people, dude, I tell you, there's little fucking small-time influencers trying to cloud chase. Can't even do the right thing without idiots out there wanting to tail on your wake to try to get their name in the fucking headlines. Oh, my P&L for today. Yeah, let me show you guys. My FundedNext accounts are fucked up again. They all disappeared, so that'll be a second for I'm about to cut ties with, but at least the accounts I'm trading here, let me get you guys screenshots. Sorry, I've been all over the place today. By the way, the release is live. At least I got that pumped out for you guys. Here it is. Sorry. The account I had on stream, sorry. My FundedNext accounts are all disappeared again, believe it or not. Day number 2 that happened. So this is the account I had on stream. These two made money, these two are down, and this is my MyFunded account. So kind of a blah day, but like you can't even do anything good for people in this world. right, guys, my funded TV. I fucking forgot about it. All right, we'll see y'all later. What a day today. All right, guys, everybody join me on my funded TV. Oh, I'm so late here. What a morning. But I did get the release has been live, the updating, so we should have our liquidity map stuff should be finished. So you guys are welcome to check that out.
Okay, Matt's running a couple of minutes late. No big deal.
Let me get you guys the link. Y'all can follow me over in my funded TV, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.